By what you see behind me and with all of the displays here, we're going all the Huawei for you at MWC in Barcelona, Spain, to bring you all the best coverage of the Mobile World Congress. So right here we have a new device by Huawei. If you remember correctly, back at CES, we fell in love with the Huawei, the Ascend Mate and the Ascend D2. And they were just wonderful phones that you saw together all the time on the show floor at CES. But now we have a new one on the block, and this is the Huawei Ascend P2. So, like I said before, it's a 4.7-inch display, so it's a 720p display with Corning Gorilla Glass 2 as the covering. Huawei does make its own SoCs, however, so what you're seeing, what you will find underneath is a HiSilicon K3 V2 quad-core 1.5 gigahertz. So that is a pretty good spec for a phone that is supposed to be sort of a mid-range. I guess you could say this is more of a mid to top tier in terms of Huawei's line of phones. So what you're seeing here on the P2 is just sort of the design aspects. It really is I'm getting a little bit surprised just looking at the phone myself, because I'm actually seeing that the slightly matted back, it has a nice feel, it's a nice industrious look. And then right over here, I all of a sudden saw it's a 13 megapixel camera. So maybe mid-range is starting to not necessarily be the best word for the Ascend P2, and for good reason. It actually packs some good specs. All right, 1 gigabyte of RAM is what you get inside, and 16 gigabytes of onboard memory is available. The battery is 2420 milliamp hours, so you do get quite a bit of battery life on this 4.7-inch screen. You should be able to get quite a bit of power from that. So, just kind of looking over here, let's head over to, there you go, Android version 4.1 Jelly Bean, which seems to be the typical one you'll find on pretty much all the phones that are around here at MWC. So, in the hand, obviously a 4.7-inch screen is what was commonplace in our market. However, 5-inch and 5.5-inch screens are starting to become the norm. So, after handling all of those bigger phones, this 4.7-inch screen really does feel quite refreshing, because it's easy to reach pretty much anything on the phone without really doing too much. That being said, you kind of see that the battery, the button layout rather, is pretty much largely the same. You do have a dedicated camera battery right there, it seems, so that's really nice. Oh yeah, that's definitely it, because it goes halfway and then all the way. And you also have a micro SD slot right there, so you have expandable memory on this. So that is the Huawei Ascend P2 here at MWC. Just kind of taking a look at it, you do not have the top most tier specs of on the P2, but you still have some really good ones that should make this phone go the distance, especially for those of you who are looking for a little bit more of an affordable phone and you don't need all of the craziness that the other phones offer. This is definitely a really good middle ground that you'll find, so kudos to Huawei for that. All right, so finally it's Joshua Vergara from MWC down in Barcelona, Spain, and we're bringing you all of the coverage from the final day on the trade show floor. So stay tuned and subscribe to our channel.